Hey guys, so today Apple released another beta for iOS 16.2. Today releasing iOS 16.2 Developer Beta 4. Now Beta 4 comes a little over 2 weeks after Beta 3. Apple did take a week in between for Thanksgiving. So now we're continuing with the releases of new betas. And of course in this video we're going to talk about expected official release dates for iOS 16.2 and of course what's new with the latest Beta 4 on iOS 16.2 as well. So let's just dive right into this video. Now as always, if you would like to stay up to date with the latest iOS news and Apple software updates, of course, don't forget to subscribe and make sure you turn on those notifications so that you don't miss another episode. Now, the first thing I'd like to talk about is Apple has also updated other platforms with beta updates as well as per usual. So iOS 16.2 Developer Beta 4 is now available for the iPhone, of course. iPadOS 16.2 Developer Beta 4 was released for the iPad. We also have macOS 13.1 Beta 4 has been released for the Mac. WatchOS 9.2 Developer Beta 4 is available for the Apple Watch, and of course tvOS 16.2 Developer Beta 4 has just been released for the Apple TV as well. Now, as you can see right here, iOS 16.2 Developer Beta 4 is approximately 600 to 700 megabytes, give or take. It's about 640 on my iPhone 14 Pro Max, as you can see right here. That's always going to depend on the iPhone that you're using and the software that you're updating from, of course, as per usual. Now, let's go ahead and take a look here at the build number quickly, and let me show you right there. It is the latest build number is iOS 16.2 Beta 4 is going to be 20C5058D. Now, iOS 16.4 will most likely be the final beta before the Gold Master and then an official release. We'll talk about that here in just a few seconds. I do want to talk about quickly a few questions you guys have been asking, because yesterday Apple released iOS 16.1.2 to the general public with two major fixes: improvement in compatibility with wireless carriers, and number two, crash detection optimizations for iPhone 14 and 14 Pro models. So you guys ask, does this beta include these changes? Now, there is no way for us to really determine if Apple has packed these changes into the latest beta, but we would assume that Apple will do this, right? These fixes are already implemented in place in official software. It makes sense to bring them over to beta software as well. Now, the number one change that I've noticed so far with this latest beta is now you go into About and then you go to iOS version, and as you can see right here, we now have the latest build information, of course, as always, but we also now have a link that brings us over to Apple's website for more information on the latest beta. And Apple did include some stage managing features improvements for the iPadOS with this one as well. So that's basically the only thing that I've noticed so far that's new with iOS 16.2 Developer Beta 4. We now get this information right here under the version number, which we did not get before. We only got the build number information. None of this stuff was here before, which I like to see this because we only usually get that type of information before we update, and now we do see it when we go to see the version number, which is very helpful and very useful, especially when you're running betas. Now, another thing that I did want to point out, we still have about 2 to 3 weeks before this software is officially released to the public. So today is December the 1st, which is a Thursday. The next beta will most likely drop on the week of the 5th, but I'm thinking Apple will release a Gold Master next week. So next week we see the Gold Master or release candidate, and then the official release before the week of the holidays, which is the week of the 19th. So most likely next week we see the RC, the release candidate, and then the following week we'll most likely see an official final release. There's still one major feature that 9to5Mac did talk about, which is custom accessibility mode. We still didn't see this feature pop up on this latest beta. Will Apple be releasing this feature with iOS 16.2? It could be the case, so we're still anticipating this feature to make its debut on iOS 16.2, maybe on the release candidate next week or the beta, whatever Apple decides to do. Of course, make sure you stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching this really quick update, guys. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.